Good morning. Mike here, back in the old shed workshop. Today I'm not going to be building anything in the shop. Rather, I'm going to be installing this item in my Host Cascade truck camper. This item was brought to my attention by a fellow Cascade owner. I'm going to show you what it is, how it works, and what it'll do when installed in the camper. If this is your first time here, I'd appreciate it if you took a minute to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications for future videos. You guys have really been helping me to grow my channel. It's cold out here in the shop, so let's go inside where I can give you a good look at what it is, how it works, and how I'll install it. Let's bring it inside. This is the module that I'm going to be installing today. It's called Smart RV Controls. It's made by a company by the name of RV Intelligence. I'll put a link to their website down below in the description. I have no affiliation with this company. I just think it's a nice piece of gear and it works well for me. Having downloaded an app for free, this module will enable me to either extend or retract my slides from the app on my phone without having to be inside the camper to activate the switches. It's handy if you're backing in alone to be able to see from the outside as you extend or retract your slides. This is the back of the module, and you'll see that it has 12-volt power here, ground here, outputs 1 and 2, and inputs 1 and 2. I'm going to show you how it works with this item that they call a pigtail. I'm going to show you how this pigtail connects to the module and to the switch so I can activate my slides from the app. And I also have the functionality of the factory installed switch. On the wire side, you'll see that you have 12-volt ground and output 1 and output 2. The wire side is going to go directly to the module in the corresponding poles on the module. The poles on the switch have their corresponding positions on the pigtail: 12-volt, ground, motor 1, and motor 2. So you're going to take the wires off the switch, connect them to the pigtail, and then from the pigtail, you're going to connect the wires from the pigtail to the module. Before going out to the camper, it's easier to connect the wires from the pigtail to the module. Here's the 12-volt red wire. That's going to go to the 12-volt pole. The black ground wire goes to ground. Your orange and brown wires are going to go to output 1 and 2. Now I'll take the smaller gauge orange and brown wires that are included and connect them to input 1 and 2. These two smaller wires that you've plugged into input 1 and input 2 are going to go to motor 1 and motor 2 on your switch. And the pink wire, the small wire that's left, is going to go to your 12-volt positive on the switch. This enables you to still have the functionality of the factory installed switch. In my Host Cascade, this is where the switches are located, along the floor just inside the door to the left. I've already taken the switch out that I'm going to work on today. Nobody really ever wants to see how the sausage is made, but you pop up this shelf and you can see all the wiring inside. I have to say that Host has done a terrific job of labeling all the wires. That makes the job a lot easier. I've already installed one of these for my driver's side slide. Host uses this switch. On the top is the hot, on the bottom is the ground, and the two in the center are motor 1 and motor 2. You can see those two in the center. There's nothing on this side. There's 4 poles on the switch. So top is hot, bottom is ground, the center 2 are motor 1 and 2. On the back, you can't really see it here, but it does say positive ground in motor 1 and 2. I'll show you how I connect it all up. If you stop the video on that photograph, you can see the wiring up close. I've removed the last switch, the black switches for the awning. You can see on the back of the switch, it's the exact same switch, only black. This switch is a little different in that it has what the manufacturer refers to as a monoblock. And I'll show you how I connect the monoblock to the pigtail and then the pigtail to the switch. Okay, I have the pigtail connected to the monoblock. It only goes one way because the poles line up with the monoblock. And on this end, I have the wires connected to the module. Once you have the module set up and connected to the switch, here's the module and the switch all connected. One thing I'll note, once you have everything connected and you go to use the app, if you go to hit extend and it retracts, and you go to hit retract and it extends, just switch the orange and the brown wire here. I ran into that issue. I swapped the wires. It works beautifully. All I have to do now is put the switch back in place, and then I'll show you how the app works. Here's what the app looks like once you have your devices installed. You'll notice in the top right corner here, it says Add Device. When you click on Add Device, your device will show up in a list. You choose the one you want. You go through the process of setting it up. You can choose, there are other options. So when I went in to just set up the awning, I went in, I chose to set it as an awning, and then you have to also set it up as rear controls. You'll see you have either front controls or rear controls. The rear control enables you to still have the functionality of the factory installed switch. So I have the driver's side slide, passenger side slide in the awning set up. I record with my phone, so I have it set up in my tablet, and I'm going to try to show you how they work. For purposes of demonstration, I'm going to use the passenger side slide. So you can see here, I have the passenger side. Click on that. And it comes up to either retract or extend. Since the slide's already out, I'm going to retract. Beautiful. Now that the slide's in, I'm going to extend it. It's a momentary switch. That's it. So you can see how handy these could be when you're setting up in a campground or wherever you're setting up. You can use the app to extend your slide and make sure you're not too close to a tree or some other obstacle. Again, I have no association, no affiliation with this company. I just think it's great gear, and I'll put their contact information below. One other thing, I did show that I was connecting up the switch or the module for the awning. I can tell you that I extended the awning just a little bit and then retracted it. I'm not able to put the awning all the way out right now because I have the camper off the truck and I have an electrical wire right there in the way. I can assure you that it does work. Both slides work, and it's just a great piece of gear. I hope this helps some of you folks out there. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications for future videos, and we'll see you on the next one.